we are making 8 unique and special summer bubble tea recipes that set your menu apart. I'm not going to waste too much time on the intro, so let's just jump right in. These are our 8 recipes of today: a Wimbledon-inspired matcha, a non-dairy mango matcha, a melon milk tea with herbal jelly, a watermelon basil fruit tea, a lychee rose fruit tea, a pineapple mint and passion fruit tea, a supreme peach tea, and a strawberry prosecco. Today we need herbal jelly, tapioca pearls, and cream foam. I've made videos on how to make these, so make sure to check those out in the description of this video. Alright, let's begin. First up, a Wimbledon-inspired milk tea where we're using the colors of a tennis court: green, red, and white. Take a chopping board and some fresh strawberries, and yes, these have been washed already, and cut 2 or 3 and put them to the side. In a shaker cup, add 200 milliliters of hot water. Make sure it's still hot. And then add 15 grams or 1 powder scoop of a matcha powder. Then take a measuring cup and add 150 milliliters of fresh milk. Of course, you can use any type of milk or creamer powder, but if you're using creamer powder, use 45 grams, which equals 3 powder scoops. Then add ice until the top of the cup, but as you can see, I added a little bit too much ice, so let me just quickly clean this up. Put the cap on and the lid on and give it a good shake until your drink is cooled down. Smear your cup with strawberry jam. You can either choose to layer your drink, which is when you add a layer of jam on the bottom of the cup and stack your drink upwards, or like I did here, you can smear the cup with the jam to create a aesthetic feature. Once you added the jam in the way you like, add tapioca pearls, either black, brown sugar, or white pearls, but here we added regular black pearls. Then pour in your milk tea. Now let's top it off with cream foam, but make sure to leave enough room on top of the cup for your fresh cut strawberries that we're adding now. You don't have to add all of them though, because we're gonna use them for another recipe later on. Just look at how this looks. This is so appealing. There's just something with matcha and another bright color. It is so nice. But before moving on to the second recipe, make sure to clean your station. You're gonna see me clean the station quite often because hygiene comes first. Now let's make a non-dairy mango matcha milk tea. It's not too different from the previous recipe, but we're using a non-dairy milk variant. Take your shaker cup and add 200 milliliters of hot water. And then 1 scoop of matcha powder and 150 milliliters of the non-dairy milk. So whichever type of milk you use the same measurements as regular milk. But if you prefer a more milk flavor or a more matcha flavor, tweak the measurements to your liking. Then add 1 ladle of white sugar syrup, which is your sweetener. You can add sweetener to any bubble tea. It just depends on how sweet you like it. Now take your mixing spoon and mix. Take your ice and add it to the shaker and cool it down. We're going to add the mango jam in the same way as the previous recipe, so smear it all around the cup. And now let's add a generous amount of tapioca pearls. Pour the tea in. And that is it. For the matcha lovers here is your recipe. And seriously, there's something special about matcha versus any other color. It just works beautifully. Now let's prepare your station and let's move on to the next recipe, a melon milk tea. In a shaker cup, add 200 milliliters of hot water and then 3 scoops of melon powder. I want to show you how to use milk in numerous ways. So you saw fresh milk, non-dairy milk, and now powder form. Add 1 powder scoop of creamer. For matcha recipes, you always use 3 scoops of creamer and 1 scoop of the flavor powder. For any other flavored milk tea, it's the other way around, because matcha is just much more strong in flavor compared to other flavors. And then add your sweetener, 1 scoop. Mix it well, and then fill the cup with ice until the 500 milliliter mark and give it a good shake until it's cooled down. Let's do a quick clean again, and then in the cup add herbal jelly. You could add more dimension by adding aloe vera syrup, but today we're just using herbal jelly. And then pour in your milk tea and done. This color is so vibrant, by the way. I've never seen anything like this. And the smell, I know you cannot smell it, but wow, this is such a strong melon smell. I swear I'm not exaggerating. I know it sounds like it, but I'm really not. Anyways, let's move on to brewing jasmine green tea. We're making enough for 4 fruities, so brew 1 liter of hot water with 20 grams of tea leaves. The ratio of green tea is 200 milliliters of hot water versus 5 grams of tea, so depending on how many drinks you're making, just multiply these ratios. Brew for 7 minutes. If you want a more bitter flavor, brew 1 to 2 minutes longer. If you want a milder taste, brew 1 to 2 minutes less. Some tips here: if you're prepping for the day, use big enough jugs. Our 2.5 liter jugs make about 12 regular sized drinks. Our 5 liter jugs make around 25. Our jug lids come with a pouring filter, and if you place these on top of the spout, 90% of all the loose tea leaves will remain in the jugs. This way you won't have too much cleaning up of your strainer afterwards. It is still good to use one though, because it's not 100% strained with the pouring filter, but it saves you a lot of cleanup. Our first fruit tea of the day, a watermelon basil fruit tea. In a shaker, mix 200 ml of jasmine green tea. Like the hot water in the flavored milk teas before, make sure your tea base is hot. This makes blending easier. Now add 4 ladles of watermelon syrup and 1 ladle of sweetener. Mix, 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 and then add your ice and give it a good shake. Take your serving cup and add watermelon popping balls. You can choose however much you want from a topping, but 1 full scoop is already quite generous. But hey, today I'm feeling quite generous. And yes, we're adding even another topping, aloe vera syrup. It is a new can dough, so let's open it first. Once you open up aloe vera syrup, make sure to store it in the fridge afterwards. Aloe vera lasts for around 2 weeks after you open it if you store it in the fridge. Take 1 scoop, and I'm really trying not to add too much here, but what can I say? I just love bubble tea toppings. Now take fresh basil. Take a few leaves and add it to the cup. You can choose however much you want to add, and now pour in your tea. I know it's a unique combination, but it's actually really good, and you can customize it however you want. For example, add less of the watermelon syrup and add other flavors like lychee or strawberry, or you can add more sweetener, or you can add soda water instead of a tea base. There's just so many options. Now, lychee rose fruit tea. In a shaker, add 200 ml of jasmine tea. Add 2 ladles or pumps of lychee syrup, and then 2 ladles of rose syrup, and 1 ladle of sweetener. Mix it and then add your ice until the top of the cup and shake. Take your cup and add lychee popping balls. This is a very neutral topping. It fits in any flavor fruit tea. Now a quick wipe of the station, but oh yes, we're not finished yet. We're adding lychee coconut jelly, equally neutral. Pour in the tea and see how quick this one is. It's literally less than 2 minutes and every step is customizable. The syrups, the toppings, the tea base, an absolute classic in the fruity section of the menu. Next up, a pineapple, mint and passion fruit tea. Take your shaker cup and add 200 ml of jasmine tea, then 4 ladles of pineapple syrup, and give it a good stir and fill it with ice and shake. Take your serving cup, take passion fruit jam, and as all the previous recipes where we use jam, we're smearing around the cup. Now let's open up a new top of passion fruit popping balls. The fork part of the mixing spoon really comes in handy here. Now let's add them on top of the jam. We're adding more dimension, so add aloe vera syrup as well, on top 1 scoop. Take your mint and add several leaves. Pour the tea on top, and again, it just took 2 minutes. This is my favorite recipe of today actually. It is so fresh and the mint just adds something special. Now we're making the peachiest fruit tea you've ever seen. Before we start, brew your peach oolong tea. We're using the same method as the jasmine green tea we brewed earlier, but we are making just 1 serving today, so add 200 ml of hot water to a smaller jug, and then 5 grams of tea. Oolong tea sits in between black and green tea, so you have wiggle room to add more tea or to brew for longer, but make sure you use your mixing spoon inside the jug to make sure all the leaves are in the water and not stuck on the sides. And now set your timer for 7 minutes. After 7 minutes, add 200 ml of the peach oolong tea to your shaker cup and add 4 ladles of peach syrup. Give it a mix and then add your ice and cool it off. Take your serving cup and add peach jam. Unlike all the previous recipes, we are now gonna layer our drink, so add 2 ladles of the jam on the bottom of the cup and then add a generous amount of aloe vera. You can also add peach popping balls if you want to give it even more dimension or peach flavor, but for today we're just using aloe vera. This is the best recipe for bubble tea beginners, especially those who like fruities the best. Our final recipe, a strawberry fruit tea with Prosecco. It is summer and it is hot, so we might as well have a little celebration, don't we? So First, let's insert a new pump in our new strawberry syrup bottle. I've shown you throughout the video 2 ways on how to use our syrup bottles, via a pump or a syrup ladle, but for this one, let's use a new syrup pump. This comes in 2 parts, the pump and the tube, so insert the tube inside the pump and it's literally ready. So now you just put it in the bottle and it will take a good shape. But for now, let's put it to the side because we're gonna use it later. We're stacking again, so add 2 ladles of the jam on the bottom of the cup, and on top of that, add a scoop of strawberry popping balls. And now the strawberries that we cut earlier for the Wimbledon drink, we're adding the rest here. And now the celebration part, the Prosecco. Fill the cup for 85%. And now let's take our new strawberry syrup and add 4 pumps. It is so cute how these strawberries are floating all on the surface of the cup. It is so nice. It looks so slick and elegant. And imagine this on a company event or on someone's wedding or birthday. And it doesn't have to be strawberry. It could be peach, it could be mango, it could be passion fruit, it could be anything. It is such a cool recipe. But anyways, that is it for today. So let's clean our station. That was it. 8 summer drinks that are different and set your menu apart and are so easy to make. Let us know which recipe you're trying first, and if you have any questions, just let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on all our social media, which is YouTube and TikTok. And that is it for today. Have a good day. Bye-bye.